Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, have you tried some tasks?
No, I was out yesterday all day and I had two submissions, so I could not try that.
Okay, no problem. If tomorrow is Sunday, do practice with this again.
Yeah.
This is very important. Fine. So, we'll start it with the Python array collections. And apart from that, we have seen one list. Okay. So, basically, these are the four types are there in Python. It is called a Python collections, or you can say that an array kind of things. Okay.
Mm.
So apart from that, we have seen the first one that is list. So everything is having some different features based on our need, what we which is suitable for our task. Accordingly, that we have to use. So first thing that we are use that is nothing but list. In list, there is a no restriction. What kind of data you have to store. Okay, and which is basically ordered and changeable most important. Okay, you can change that things means we can add, we can remove, we can update, or we can do a lot of operation with the list. And so it's allow the duplicates members. So it is a features of list. Okay, means random data is coming and any data you want to remove, any data you can add. So at that time you can prefer the list as a data sets, a collection of data. Okay. But now the next thing we are going to study that is nothing but a tuples. So what is exactly a tuples? It is similar to it is array, but it's having its own features. As the list say, it is a ordered one and the changeable. Okay. In tuples, can you see the screen now? Okay. So tuples is unchangeables. Means once you created a tuples, you cannot change that, or you cannot add, you cannot remove, you cannot delete the things. Okay,
So the value inside the tuple is not changeable.
not changeable. Once you have created, that will be remains constant throughout the programs. Okay,
Okay.
and there are many situations. Sometimes you know that we have to define something that throughout program will be the same. So when to use tuple when there are things are fixed. Means you are accessing like year, month, day, month name in programming. So there is month name is a fixed na, like
Yeah.
January to December. You cannot need to change. So there
Yes.
are some models like weekdays, Monday to Sunday. Yeah, some there are some other things which are universally fixed. You have to
Yeah.
just define it at somewhere and then accordingly to access that. Accessing the methods are same. That is that we are used slash first, last one, third one that we can use, but it is unchangeable. So once you have created, it cannot be changed. Okay, but it allow the duplicate also. So that thing we have to take care. So in list, we have used a square bracket. Now in tuples, we are going to use the round brackets. Okay. And as it is an unchangeable, so there is no need to use other functions. Just one second. There is no update, no append, no delete, no remove functions. Okay. So just simple in change. Now once you understand the list exactly how it exactly work, then the rest of things you can easily study. Okay. Because just we have to compare like what exactly the difference between this and that. Accordingly, you have to do. So then, so instead of just a square bracket, we have to use the curly bracket, and rest of things are same. So you can apply the for loop, you can find if else or indexing. All functions are remain same. Okay. Just remember, it is an unchangeable. It cannot change the value. Means there is no any functions are present in built in for doing manipulation. Okay. Simple. Then whenever there is a need to define a fixed list or fixed kind of storage values, at that time you can go for the pulse. So just take, I want to take an example and I'll save you that it tuple tpl dot py. Okay. So just one change is there. Instead of what, round bracket, sorry, square bracket, you can use any variable is equal to, make use of a round bracket
Yes.
and store any value 1 comma 2 comma in between a. So that also a check as it is allow all kind of data or not. It is ordered unchangeable, allow duplicate member. Okay, there is nothing is saying that is not. So you can store any data is there. 2.2. But once it's stored, it cannot be changed. So it will be now remains things. You can just accept it or you can just print it TPL. Okay. So there's a round bracket access. You can store. There is no built-in function to update it. You can try these things. So it's nothing is there. Okay. Only two functions are there. Thing. See. Only count and index is present. So it will count will be count and index will print which index it is. That's all. There is nothing update, nothing remove or nothing. But it can just make it as a square bracket. Only the bracket changes there and accordingly that work. Now it is work as a list and now if you try to enter the access functions, so that will give a many kind of functions, built-in function. Oh, we are not printed. TPL. So now it is square. See how many functions are there. Append, clear, copy, count, extend, remove. So these are number of built-in functions, but which are work with only with list. But as soon as you make with a tuple, so that's have limited features, only count and index. Okay. So they are provided based on our need. We have to make a use of that. So just make a dot. Just runs once again, and now try to add this thing. Got it? So you can check whether how many functions are there. Just make an object of that, enter dot and the control space. Okay. So you come to know how many built-in functions are there. So accordingly that you have to use. So fine, the tuples is nothing but making a fixed list or fixed collection of data. So at that time you have to use the tuples. Okay. Once you can define this thing, then the question comes then how to access it. For accessing, there is a similar way for every things or every collections or every chapters or whether you are working with a string, list, tuple, dictionary or not dictionary but set. Accessing methods are same. So TPL of a zero, sorry, print, print, or you can do the TPL of zero. Okay. So it will be print first element. Then what if I want to last slice functions?
-1, the last one.
So these are there is nothing changed, so that they have maintained properly. So that is one of the advantage that we have. So slicing functions are throughout remain same. Though you're working with the strings, though you're working with the list or the tuples. So that one thing they have keep remains. Otherwise, for every kind of data storage, and there is different slice or different accessing methods. So that will be more complicated. But now it is easy. So zeroth means first you can use anything with the data set. The -1 means last, and the rest of things all are the similars. Okay, means any slice you want to access, so that also you can do. What if I only want to print a character? Just observe and correct. Tell me correct answer. Don't tell me randomly. I just want to print A as a single character. Then what is the way and how I print? Take your time, but tell me the correct answer.
Just we can put two in it.
Two,
Yeah.
then
We just have to print it, right? So it will print it.
yeah. So that I want. Okay, fine. Only single character I want to print it. No, the directly index is what? Two and one. What if I want to print five, two, four? Just three numbers.
Um, four,
Four. Okay. Then
four, colon
hmm,
7
four colon seven.
or minus 1. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is right. Actually, from start index and before the end index, it will get printed. Fine.
Yeah.
So that's all. So this is what tuples. Nothing else in the tuples. Okay.
Okay.
So tuple is kind of things. Sometime it is needed. Na? So sometime we may want that once a list is created, so nobody can alter this list. Okay. There are many times we need this kind of situation. So accordingly that they have made. So whatever the concept or whatever the things they have provided in any programming, so there is some reason why they are created. Okay. If the list is doing all the things, then why we needed tuples? Because sometime we needed that the list once created, so no one can alter it. So that's the purpose of the list or tuples, right? So in this way we can define the tuples, and in this way we can access the tuples. Now, any operation we can do with the tuples, yeah, this is for accessing single variable. But you want to access all the variable together, that also you can do. How you can access all the element or all the values from the tuple? Access all value from tuple. How I can read all the value from tuples at this time? I want to access all variables. How I can reach all variable or how I can access all the variables from the list? Which thing I need to use here?
For loop, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever there is a iteration comes or you want to access all the values from the given tuples or list, dictionary, anything. If you want to reach everywhere, so as it is indexed one, na, so you can use the index things and then accordingly you have to print. Okay. So now tell me, how should I apply the for loop for here? Because it every time is revised, so it will be perfect every all the times. Okay. How you can use the for loop for I in
I
what?
in tuple
Ah,
range. No,
not
yeah,
range,
tuple.
na.
Sorry. Yeah,
Remember, the
there is a
range is only
yes,
work
yes.
with the numeric value, so don't be confused. So in tuples, that's all.
Yeah,
Now just print which
I
variable? I. Sure. So now we can access all the things. Once you have the access, then you can do the any kind of operations. So now, what if I want to check the count? How many times five number occurs in the tuples?
we can use. We have to use the if for loop. So if
Huh?
I is equal to 5,
Correct.
then count plus 1.
Yeah. So initially we have to define one count variable. That
Yeah,
is, you can take any variable, not count like
yeah.
A, B, C, D, N, but it is some meaningful. So that's we have to use that thing. And go for the for loop and just add the condition if I equal to 5 or any number you want to take. Even if from this number also you can ask for the user also, and accordingly that variable you have to pass. Okay, once this is for there, and then just counter is equal to counter plus 1, and apart from this for loop, so go there and just print it. That's all. So how many time comes? It's the two times. Okay. Just clear the list. Oh, sorry. We have printed I variable, so it is all obvious. Let's give the
Yeah.
I. So which I have to print?
Print CNT.
C and T. And so the file number occurs two times in a given list. Done?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all. This is all about the tuples. There is nothing else in the tuples. Okay. You
Okay.
can define this kind of tuples. You can access all the variables, zero, last, one, slice, everything. Even you can access all the value at a times, and you can apply any logic in the for loops. Once you have the access of all the variable, only the thing is that once it create, cannot be changed it. Got it?
Yes.
Now, the next collection we are going to study, that is nothing but a set. In a set, there is some slice changes there. So just what is set? The first thing it's saying it is an unordered. Okay, as it is unordered, that means and also it is unindexed. If there is no ordering fix, then on the what basis we are going to access that value? So basically it is what? Unordered. And the no duplicate member it's allowed. So that is also one of the field. So this is, remember, unindexed, unordered, and no duplicates members. Okay, as it's saying the unchangeable, but it is we can change value. Okay, we can add it because it's saving a star. So basically they are saying the once a set is created, do not change anything, but we cannot we can add, we can remove, we can delete, we can do all the operation like a list. Okay, but only the feature is what? It is unordered. We cannot get all the values sequentially. If you observe the list and tuples, in which sequence we are storing the value, and in that sequence only we are accessing the values. Okay, if you observe, it cannot be sequence is not get changed every times. All the values that we have created accordingly that only printed, because it is index base, and we are accessing the value on the index base. Okay, so if the value is not changing, the answer will be get wrong. So list and tuples are index based, and that are not going to change. Only thing is that it's allow the duplicates value. The set is now having a different feature. The set says it is unchangeable, or it is unordered and no duplicate members. So let's check what exactly the difference between. We have to study all the differences between the all kind of this collection. The first thing we have seen in the list, there is a square bracket. In tuples, there is a round bracket, and in the dictionary, there is a curly brackets. Okay. So on the basis of bracket, also we have to differentiate. Okay? In many time, in many interview exams, aptitudes, and they are very common question. The what is difference between the list, tuples, and the sets? Okay. Or it may happen that they will provide you a situation. Suppose I want this kind of event, one kind of event or an organization, anything where I need to store this kind of data. So once I created, nobody can change, or maybe there is event we can store randomly any kind of data. So based on the data set or based on a case study, it is up to you that which data set is suitable for this, and accordingly you have to use. Okay. Now just we are studying the syntactically and all the features of the things, Python collection, or that is arrays. Okay. So now let's see the set, as it is an unordered an unindexed, no duplicate member. Let's check whether correctly it is unordered or not. So just make this round bracket to curly brackets. That's all. So go there, STM taking. So just make a use of curly brackets. Okay. So save this set one dot py. Okay. And one thing is very clear like that it is no whether it is allow all kind of data. First of all, you have to check. Suppose I'm storing 1 comma 3 comma a sorry a, then b, then again I'm storing 2.2, then again 3 or 4 comma 5. Okay, so as we define the set and just try to print it, print print st or run it. Okay, see if you observe the output, it is accessing all the kind of data types. That is not a problem. But if you observe output, it is not a indexed one. How we store 13 AB 2.245. So now check the output. Okay, see AB is B is now at the end. 2.2 is at the beginning. See, that is not ordered one. Okay, go there, runs once again. See, now the 4, 5 simple A and B is simple. Again, see, sometimes it may be give like but as the data set is increased and accordingly it's going to be change the value. So you can take many kind of values. Suppose now I'm C, sometime a D or Z, any kind of things. Now you can change. It will be randomly giving the output. It is not giving a sequence one as it is unindexed and unordered. First out of 1, 1.2, 3.4, 3, 4, Z is there, then C, D, B, A, B, whatever. Runs once again. Now see, the sequence is changed. Getting? So basically it is what a set. There is a no order is presence and accordingly just we have to define a set. But only one advantage of set is that as it is unindexed, no problems. But there may be a problems occurs if it is an allow duplicate member. Why? If it is allowing a duplicate member also, plus it is not a indexed one, so that is a problem. And once it is a we showed about the set, it is do not allow the duplicate member, so we can easily find that element whether that element is present in that set or not. Okay, and if it is a present, that means there is only one element is there in a set, as it is not allow the duplicate member. Okay,
So
so
if we
yeah,
add one more, so if we add a duplicate value in
it
it,
print only once.
and it okay.
Okay, for example, I'm trying to add a Z a multiple times here. So Z, Z, Z. As it is list and tuples, it printed this duplicate value many times. I'm adding a Z 3 times, but if you observe the output, it will print only once. Okay, it will take that, but it's not going to print. Okay, only the unique values or unique data it's going to print. Okay, so this is what the features of set. Okay, and for accessing. Now the question is that as it is an unindexed, so we cannot access the value like using zero or one or these things. Okay, just try to do whether it is accessed or not. So that also one of the question. So whether we can do like this or not. Say as it is already saying it is an unindexed, so the set object is an unscriptable, subscriptable. Okay. We cannot provide the index. So that is one kind of things. Then the question comes, then how we can access the value. Correct. So as it is an unindexed, so we cannot access the single value. But if you want to check whether this value is present or in this or not, that we can check. Okay, so whichever the value you want to check in this list or not, so you can just simply what you can do, whichever the value you want to check, accept that value and just check in this. For example, if you want to check whether there is an 2 is present in the list or not, so just accept this 2, friends. Then in what st, there it will either give a true or false. So 2 is a not in a list, so it is giving a false answer. Okay, so this is the way to check, but it is not in the list and tuples, it is only present in a set. So we have to remember which thing we have to use. So 2 is not present in a set. So now whether 3 is there, yes, 3 is there, but it giving now true because 3 is a present in the list. Okay, so this is a way to check whether the value that we want to search it is present in the list or sets or not. Yes, it is a present in a sets, so that we can surely access. Okay, so all are the data sets depending on need we have to use. Even you can take this value from the user also. Um, Enter the value you want to find in a list. So that also you can do. You can take any variable, for example, uh, s is equal to input, input, enter value to be searched, double quote, enter, enter val to be searched, to be searched, search. Okay, take that value and just print s in st or not. Okay, any variable above list is present and which variable you want to search, for example z. So yes, it is giving true means a z is present in the list. If it is false, so it is not present. Okay, so this is the one way that we can do, and the similar way you can even apply the for loop also. That not a problem. So just access with the for loop. So for I in st. So let's check whether it is printing or not. Just print I. Okay. And this is interpreted language, so it is ask the sequence. It is run with the sequentially. So initially list is printed. Now it will ask something value. It's giving true, and even we can access all the things together or at a times using the for loops. Okay. And once you have the for loops, then also you can check if it is giving a right answer. You can even check if like um yeah, as it is like what we can do if I equal to and whichever the value you want to search, either it is present or not, and accordingly to print. If I equal to s means the search value is present in this thing, so print. Just give the tab here, value found, value found, found, found. Okay, just go there, just clear the screen. Value, suppose I'm entering 1, false. What happen in for loop is not get work, no? If I equal to s, value found. In s variable we are storing the value, and we are comparing here. For 1 second, I'm directly storing a value as a 1 now. Just let's check. Enter, it is just random things. Okay, value found. So why it is not last time it is printed? Because if S is a taking an input and that value is get used here, so it is not accessing here. Okay. First of all, print that S, try to print S here, whether that variable is accessing in the list or in for loop or not, that we have to check. Suppose I'm printing a, so it is in for loop, it is accessing A. Yeah, and also it is giving fine. So why last time it is not printed? What was we trying to find? Oh,
We
that may
try
be
to
not in
find
the
four.
set, na. So that's why it is not printing anything. So
Yeah.
as we know, we are not printing the else part. So that's why it is a blank one.
Yeah.
Fine,
Okay.
no problems. Here I NT print value not found. VALUE value not found. FOUND found. Fine. So any value you want to find, suppose B is present now. Yeah, it is found. Now is many time this conditions occur in while you're doing programming or any project or any task. So though there is only the B is found, but first of all it go for one, it checking one value not found, then 2.2 value not found. At the end it is founded, so that's why it is saying as a found. Okay. Now it runs once again, so it may happen that it may found in between also. So now try to run this thing. Similar value try to find. Suppose B. No, so second last time here found. Okay. But why to print the many time this is na? So every time it is printing not found, though it is found. I just want to check whether it is there or not. Okay. So I want to print only value found. So what if I don't want to print all these not found values? Okay. Yeah, only once I want to print found or not found. And if you observe this thing, so let me run not found value. Suppose I'm printing R. Still it is printing all the times. So now tell me like what should I do so that I want to print only a once message. Only one time message I want to print, whether it is found or not found. So what logic or what thing you should apply so that instead of printing all the multiple times, I want only one times. So how can you do that things? Means what should I apply or what is a way to do this thing? You understand the question? The question
Yeah.
is instead of
I
printing multiple
understand it.
times, I want only because it is compulsory this loop is executed. Na? It initially
Yeah.
go, it will I value it compare with yes, it is found, then this, it is not found. Match found. Matches happen only once that we know, but all the time it is printing not found until the list is ended. So is there any way that we can print only once? Anything else? Finding something. So what if we can make a use of a flag while
What's
in
that?
password checking we have done?
No, I don't think so.
We can use that. No? Initially we can define with 0. Whenever there is found, then we can make it as a 1. Okay. And at the end, out of the for loop, we can check if it is a found. If it is a 1,
Yeah.
then the value found or not. Okay. That is the best way. Or simple way what we can do is if you want to, in both the way we can do. One way can the flag base and the second is where nothing but add a break statement here. Okay. So once it is not found, break. Don't do anything. So value found as suppose we having A is at C is at the end. Okay. Break. So why it is giving value not found? C is there, na? Oh,
Yeah.
what happened now? See, initially it is accept the value and it is comparing the C equal to 1. Okay, try to understand program. It accept the value. I equal to means I is 1. We have entered the value as a sorry. C. So it is comparing the 1 equal to not C. So it is not found and it printed break. Okay. So this is also not work here. But then what we have to do? We have to go for the flag base. So we'll take a two flag. One is a T for true and the false also a 0. Okay. So now what we are going to do, uh, so simply once the match is found, then the two value become 1. Okay. And if it is not 1, then also we can print value is not found. So there is no need to use this, but still we are making F. Okay. But I think so there is no need to use else, but this also enough. So I'll keep the previous thing as it is. So what was the problem that you gonna understood? Now instead of printing everything, so I'm just doing flag-based programs. So break statements here also break. Now just simply use if it is match found, make a t value as a 1. If it is not found, make the f value is 1. And go apart from this for loop, out of this for loops, and then compare. If p equal to 1, if p is a 1, then print value found, else value not. Sorry, in print statements, PLEV value found, if we value found, else CLSC else print value not found. Value not found. VALUE value not found. Okay, so basically, if it is not found, it will become 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Whenever there is a match found, at that time t will become 1. So it is a 1, then value found. Because it is apart from for loop, so it will print only once. It's not going to print multiple times. Just run there. So I will go for the value found at, suppose I'm printing a 3. So value not found, 5. Yeah, for 3 also it is giving a false. Why? And last time also it is for 3, it is given as a false. Why? Though 3 are present. So let me run once again. Suppose I'm giving the 1. What is giving the false? Search the value 1. 1 it is a present in a set. Correct. So for number it is not matching. I think so. That is what a problem. Um, because as we are giving a character, so it is exactly matching, but it is not working with what?
Numbers.
Numeric value. Why? So as we are accepting the input, like a string, correct? Correct now. As I am giving a 5, so it is not found. Oh, fine. So see what happening here. So basically, we are accepted input as in what? As a simple string. So that is the reason why it is not matching. So just instead of this, so if I pass in double quote, so that will not gonna work because it is it exactly try to find the S. So see now the thing is that if you want to work on to index, so we need the integer input because it is trying to compare this thing. So what if I can make the str of S? Okay. So numeric also is going to compare as a string now. Let's check 3. No, it's not working. Not working, not working. Okay. So it is work only with the numeric value now. Okay, so can we convert this into the char of S? No. CHR. Yeah, there the CHR is there. Let's check that things. One. STR interpreted as an integer. So this conversion also is not work. Yeah. Okay, so use only a simple data types while working with a list. If you want to mostly want to work the search methods. So either you can go for the numeric value or either you can go the combination. Okay. You are mixing all the things together. So this thing is useful whether that value is present in or not. Okay. And accordingly that we have to print. And last time also we had tried to find the number and that is why it is given or it is not found. Okay, or it is printing basically empty things as we are not printing the else part. Fine, so it is okay only for these things. These presents, the value found is now work with the number. Number. So is there any way that we can convert that into a numeric part? But that will not gonna work then string. Okay. So whenever there is a searching or a finding thing is there, so try to make a simple list because it is either you can go for the number, either you can go for the distance. But set is going to accept all the value together, so that's not a problem. A value founds and runs once again. Suppose on our S it is false, value not. Okay. So these are some things which are not going to provide anything. There is no solution in Google, Microsoft, and nothing. Practical things only you can understand oh what exactly the thing is there. Okay, so now we are getting problem with this conversion. There may be something there so that we can convert character to the number to the characters. That also we can do the conversion, but that will give the problem to convert the character into the characters. So that is what a problem is. Okay, fine, no problem. So what we have seen today done today. So as we have seen the list in last lecture, that we know that every time any value, any position, update, deletes, all the operation we can do. In tuples, there is unchangeable, allow duplicate member, only the round bracket is there. So once your tuple is created, that we cannot change the value with, sorry, we cannot change. It is update, delete, there is no operation is present. So we can make it as a fix. Okay. And which is ordered one. So slice function is worked there. But if you're working with a set, so it use tuples use the round bracket, set use a curly bracket. Set is an unordered, unindexed, no duplicate members. Everything is feature is works. Okay, that also a check. But in set, there are some function to add, remove, and update that we can see the later on. But now just we understood with the set, so it is randomly giving the value. There is no fixed index is present. Okay, so and we can use the curly bracket, but we can check the value using in this s in st. Okay, it is not a for loop. It is just for checking whether there is presence or not. You can also iterate with the list set with the for loops, and we can do the lot of things with the for loops as well. Okay, that we can do. Fine.
So for the S in ST is just for the set, not for tuples or list,
Not
right?
for tuples or yes. It's not for
Yeah, okay.
tuples or these things. Okay.
So for tuples and everything else, we have to use the for loop, but in
For
this we can just print like that.
exactly. So it is for
Okay.
just cross checking. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Now there is some
Yeah.
operation are there in the sets, and then we can also study the dictionary. In dictionary also we have to use the curly bracket, but that is store the value in the key value pair. Okay, that is some different part. Both the things we can cover on Monday. Till then you
Okay.
can do the practice, and if you have any doubts, you
Yeah.
can just WhatsApp me and can do the
Yes.
solution.
Sure.
Yeah, no problem. So, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.